Hello and welcome back to the F1 Journal and to the Mugello or Tuscan GP Preview. Formula 1 completes its latest triple header with a historic visit to Mugello for the Tuscan Grand Prix after a dramatic Italian Grand Prix where Pierre Gasly claimed his maiden Grand Prix victory and his AlphaTauri's first team win since 2008 at the same circuit. The paddock heads south to Mugello for the first ever Tuscan Grand Prix. An all-new challenge faces the F1 drivers and teams at Mugello, a circuit that was drafted onto the revised 2020 calendar in reaction to the COVID-19 pandemic, where there has no previous on-track data with the current cars to rely on. The race will also be the first F1 event to host fans since racing returned in July. Ferrari will celebrate its 1000th F1 World Championship Grand Prix race this weekend with a paying tribute to the team's F1 debut at 1950 in the Monaco Grand Prix as it looks to recover from a double DNF. Hamilton continues to lead the F1 drivers' standings despite disappointing Italian Grand Prix, which resulted in his advantage being trimmed to 47 points by Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas, while Red Bull's Max Verstappen slipped to third after his engine-induced retirement. The Tuscan Grand Prix will also mark a new era at Williams following the Williams family departure. Simon Roberts has been appointed as acting team principal. As F1 can't name two races after a country, the Mugello Grand Prix is called the Tuscan Grand Prix due to there already being a race in Monza. Due to the redrafted 2020 F1 calendar, the coronavirus pandemic has put cancellation to 13 races, so teams have had to scramble to get a race done, and one of those chosen was the home of MotoGP's Italian Grand Prix, Mugello, which was to host a one-off race to coincide with the Italian manufacturer's 1000th Grand Prix. It also provided a logistical solution for F1, having not had to travel to two different companies. As for the tyres, this is a C1, C2, C3, so the hardest possible compounds this weekend. One of the key stories from the paddock this Thursday was Sebastian Vettel saying he nearly quit F1 after his Aston Martin move was confirmed. Lewis Hamilton said F1 needed great Vettel to stay in F1. Perez said no quick decision on his future and wasn't aware of it until yesterday. Stroll was excited to have Sebastian Vettel at Racing Point, and that's pretty much all we heard, really. In practice one, Valtteri Bottas topped the session just ahead of teammate Lewis Hamilton and the usual suspects. However, it was a surprise to see Ferrari so far up the order. Charles Leclerc only a few tenths behind the Mercedes, but I think this was just more about getting used to the track, and obviously Ferrari have quite a lot of experience around the track, so that could explain it. Practice 2, normal service resumed, although this time Valtteri Bottas was ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Bottas 2 tenths ahead of teammate Lewis Hamilton, with Verstappen a bit further back. Bottas seems to be quicker in Sector 1 and Sector 2, but Hamilton pulling back in Sector 3. And finally, my race predictions. Now, this is a really hard one because, of course, we've never been here before. But you know what? I've just got something in me that thinks it may be a good Valtteri Bottas circuit. So I'm going to say Bottas takes a surprise pole and win, with teammate Lewis Hamilton in second and Max Verstappen in third, so normal service resumed. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your predictions for the Mugello Grand Prix. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below, for daily F1 news. And subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.